So what are some of the signs that right now the fear of failure is holding you back, right? Or maybe it's messing with your head a little bit. And so because the fear of failure manifests in different ways. So one is procrastination. So typically when we procrastinate, what happens is we are associating pain to taking the action. So we're associating pain to taking the action. So if you're thinking, hey, I want to have a $1 million business that, makes me X number of dollars in profit. And in order for you to have that, you've got to take the risk of signing a franchise agreement. You've got to take the risk of buying a business. You've got to take the risk of taking out a loan. Or even if you own a business already, you've got to take the risk of hiring more people when you may not feel like you're ready or you can support it. And so what happens is when we're scared of the uncertainty that can happen with making that decision, we just delay. That's one of the clear signs of having fear of failure is you are delaying making a decision, procrastinating it. And you may not think that that's why you're procrastinating it, but that's one of the key things. Another sign is that when you are thinking more about what happens if you fail as opposed to what happens if it works out. And so think about it. If you're getting ready to fly on an airplane and the only thought in your head is that airplane crashing, is I get on the airplane and the airplane's going to crash, I think we could all agree that that's failure, right? If that's all that's in your head, are you even going to take the flight? There's some people that refuse to fly because that's all they can think about. That's all they focus on. And so, or even if you decide to get on the flight, maybe you're in a pure panic or state of anxiety the entire time, thinking about every piece of turbulence that you're scared. What's going to happen? And so if you're constantly focusing on the potential negative outcome, business failing, not making money, it not working out, being stuck with a loan, you can just continue to focus on that because that's always a potential reality and an option. And as long as you focus on that with most of your attention, you probably won't move forward or move forward confidently. Maybe you like dip your toe in the water. And have you ever seen a situation where because someone hesitated, that it actually caused the consequence that they were trying to avoid? You see it in sports or in physical movements that are the most obvious. Like someone hesitates and then all of a sudden they make that mistake because they hesitated. Where if they just, boom, went straight into it, they actually would have succeeded with their outcome. It's really interesting if you think about it. And so when you focus more on what can happen in terms of what happens if I succeed, right? You can have the what if I fail, but what happens if it works? What happens then? It's an important frame to think about. What happens if it works? Play the scenario out in your head. Like literally play it out. Well, then this would happen, this would happen, this would happen. You have to play that scenario out. So something specifically that you're thinking about. What happens if it works? If you enjoyed this short clip from the podcast, you can check out another short clip right here. Or if you want to watch the full episode of this podcast, you can watch that here. And remember, knowledge is not power. It's applied knowledge that's power. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.